Ooh, it is hot out here and humid, but I just need to tell y'all this little story. Like to hear it, here it goes. Okay, y'all, so I rented a car. It smelled like gas. I took it back. I went and got another car for one day, a Chevy Spark, really small. I thought it was a two-door, but you open the back a different way. I turned it back in early that Saturday because I really didn't need it. I had two cars before. I really couldn't get hit to the two-car thing, whatever. I took it back. I'm doing my daughter's hair Saturday morning, just thinking to myself, oh, what I'm going to do today, what errands, because it's pretty early, what errands I'm going to do. Then suddenly it hits me. Oh, shit, I left my money order in the car that I just returned, $900. I hurry up, I call up there. Oh my gosh, can you check? Ellie answers the phone. That's who I turned the car into. Mind you, Saturday, she was the only one there, which is she had to actually purchase a Lyft for me because I take advantage of the pickup and drop off service that they have. And they didn't have it because all her staff called off. So she was the only one there. I call her. She was like, okay, let me go check. Took a little long. She comes back, sorry, nothing's in there. I'm like, what do you mean by this time? What do you mean there's nothing in there? She's like, well, I went and checked. The only thing is the hand sanitizers and the little pamphlet thing that we put in our insurance paper. And I'm like, and a white envelope and my money orders. She's like, oh, and a white envelope. I said, with a postage stamp on it. She said, yeah, it says forever. I said, exactly. My money order should be right there because it was together. She's like, no, it wasn't there. I was like, okay, so straight up, you trying to steal my money? No, I cleaned out the car and I didn't come across it. I'm the only one here. Exactly. So I goes in to tell her the story. I let her know I purchased a money order from the store. Right down the street from the store that I go to is the mailbox because it was my rent money. I was going to put it in there. However, I wasn't in my car, so I wasn't able to sign it. By this time, I said, you know what, whatever. I'll go ahead and do it tomorrow because I was on my way to work. I got to work. It was there on the passenger seat, the money order and the envelope. Well, when I went in, I'm like, let me just put it in the glove box because I just don't want it sitting there on the seat for an opportunist. So I put it in the glove box. I put it how you put it under the little flap and you put it in there. I put it in there. Like I told her, it's nowhere. Like it should be there. If you found my envelope, you should have found my money orders. And she's like, well, let me go check again. She goes out. She comes back. No, there's nothing in there. I looked and I cleaned the car and I didn't see anything. Could it be anywhere else? I'm like, B, it's a Spark. They don't even have a console in the car. Where else would I put it at? I told her I picked it up and I put it in the glove box. Like, why would I only put an envelope in the glove box? She's like, well, it's not there. I'm sorry. I'm like, so bitch, you stole my money. So you're stealing my money is what you're saying. I'm like, look, I understand. I donate to charity. If you need it, we could split it. Give me half back, even if that's the case. She's like, well, I don't appreciate you saying that I stole your money because I didn't. Well, bitch, who else took my money if you're the only one there? You said you cleaned out the car. I said, okay, all right, I'm going to come up. Can I search it myself? She's like, it's on the rent list. She's like, it's on the rent. I was like, what's that? It's not rent list, but it was something else. She was like, it's on the rent thing. I was like, what is that? Like, I don't have time for all this extra enterprise jargon shit. Like all of this, I don't know y'all lingo. She was like, it means it's been rented out. I said, oh, okay. But then I looked at the phone. I'm like, within the whole 5 minutes conversation, you just went out to the car 2 times, let you tell it, and you checked. So now you're saying that it's not even there for me to check. No, it's rented. See, I have a lobby full of people. I can't get into this conversation with you. Oh, bitch. I said, okay, I'm on my way up there because I need my envelope. I can come get my envelope, right? She's like, yeah. I went up there, went fucking nuts. I told the lady, I said, look, I know curses. I didn't know what to say, y'all. Yeah, I'm blind like a bug. I said, I know curses. I don't want to put no curse on nobody, but I've already put a curse on that money order. I put a curse on whoever cash it and whoever takes any money out of that money and uses it. I put a curse on them. I said, and I really had to do that. I said, so now I got to go work out. Do you want to call me later and be like, oh, it mysteriously popped up? She's just like, well, it's not going to pop up because it's not in there. I said, well, call the girl then. Oh, because she was like, it's a girl. They rented out to her. I'm like, well, call her then. Call her and see if she got it. She's like, okay. I leave, go to my workout class. She's like, I called her. She said she doesn't have it. Okay, whatever. You know what? By this time, I'm like, okay, it's gone. Chop it up, whatever. You can have the little $900. It is what it is. I called back the next day just in case Anybody want to be honest? Because me personally, I've came across money like that. I've came across cell phones, purses, all type of, wallets and stuff. I'm turning it in. I'm not going to keep nobody money, especially when I know it was intended for use. Now, if I find some money on the street and it's no name, no nothing like that, then that's different. But if I know that, okay, this is a money order, somebody intended to mail this, especially if I just rented a car that somebody else had, I'm going to turn it in. It's somebody's. The karma that they are going to receive from taking my money is not going to be worth the little $900 in the long run. So I asked her again. She's like, no. I'm like, well, can you call her again? She's like, well, she's a really young girl. I don't care how young. I don't care who it is. Just like the dude when I went around, because I looked in the trash at Enterprise. Because she was like, I cleaned it all and I threw everything out. There was nothing to throw away in the car. I had the car less than 24 hours. Like literally nothing was got a chance to accumulate it. When I turned it back in, it was $5 to put the gas back where it was. Mind you, gas is $2.77 a gallon. Go figure. So she was like, well, so the guy was like, the little clean guy, he was like, I mean, I know Ellie, I don't think she would do that. First off, you don't get paid for thinking, and you don't know what anybody would do when they come across $900 that's free money. And mind you, you don't know what the people, Enterprise and car washes and stuff, they get paid, they wash out people's car. They come across all that kind of stuff. Now, whether they're honest about it or not, that's on their conscience. But so then today, come Monday, I called every department in Enterprise. I'm talking about emailed them all. I called, and finally the guy called. He was like, he's actually the superintendent or regional to whoever over that location, and he's going to check and follow up with it. And he hired Ellie himself, and he doesn't think, again, you don't get paid for thinking. I said, and I don't know what Enterprise make, but yeah, even if they don't make money or they do make money, $900, everybody not going to be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, look, I know nothing was going to come about this conversation, but I do want to get her down on paper. So when anybody else calls and they be like, oh, my money is missing, Ellie was the one who cleaned the car, y'all can at least have her down on paper. They probably already got her. She's probably already been reported for some stuff like this before, because this ain't the first time. Nevertheless, the moral of the story is, y'all, it ain't no moral of the story. The bitch stole my money. All right, y'all. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye.